That's what I was going for, is an 8 as well.
And I've never seen it, so
Fuck off.
Some cool nudity. It's lots of really great actors, and it's well written. Cool gore and score, and all the stuff that you love about horror.
Absolutely. We're going to 1992 Fortress. I got to revisit this one.
I watched that one as well.
I didn't get a chance.
Love
held
Fortress.
up.
Fucking love
It
Fortress.
held up, too.
Yeah, dude, it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's serious, like super cool. It fits in with like RoboCop and fucking Total Recall and all those hyper violent sci-fi action films.
Yeah. And you know who was originally supposed to be in this?
Other than Lambert,
No.
instead of Lambert.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Really?
Because of Reanimator. Because of his his body double guy.
Yeah.
He befriended Schwarzenegger. He's like, I want you to watch this movie I was in. So Arnold watched it, and then he loved it so much he had a screener at his house and invited a bunch of people over. And he said he wanted to work with Gordon, so he contacted Gordon, and Gordon had this Fortress idea or whatever. For some reason, I guess it was Last Action Hero, maybe?
That was around, well, what year was
92.
92 would have been Terminator 2. Was that 91 or 92?
I don't know. I think Last Action Hero was 93-ish. So it could have been... It's one of those movies, but... So the budget was going to be about $80 million.
Oh,
And then when he dropped out, it went down to like around $10 million.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah, it was fucking... It fucked the... But it's still, I mean...
I love Christopher Lambert, man.
Yeah, he's so...
Like, between Highlander and, like, Resurrection and fucking Mortal Kombat,
He's got that neurotic thing about him, I guess, in his voice.
I am French, but I am American,
Yeah,
and you cannot tell which one I am more.
Yeah, I don't really understand his affliction on his voice. I don't know if it's like if he's putting on an act, but he sounds like that in every movie. I don't know. We'd have to find him at a convention and have him do our intro.
It's super funny that in Highlander they cast Sean Connery, a Scotsman, to play a Spaniard, and they cast fucking Christopher Lambert, a Frenchman, to play a Scotsman.
So weird.
I've always thought that was funny.
The Fortress also has Jeffrey Combs in it.
Yeah, and Tom Tolles.
And it's got Clifton Gonzalez, but it's Clifton Collins Jr. now. You know him from the Stoned Age.
The Hispanic guy.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of shit now.
The old black guy's in some stuff, too.
Yeah,
He's in, like, Demolition Man.
Yeah, I don't remember what his name is.
And Kirkwood Smith, obviously, of RoboCop fame.
Mm-hmm.
And Lori Loughlin from...
She was in that? What are you talking about?
She played the woman.
Lori Loughlin was in fucking Full House.
Oh, no. Shit. Wait, who? Who did she play in Full House?
She was Jesse. Okay. Lori Loughlin was.
Lori Loughlin.
Okay, this is Lori Loughlin.
That's what I said.
I thought you were messed up and was talking about Lori
Christ.
Loughlin.
No.
Or whatever.
No.
Is Lauren Loughlin.
Lauren Loughlin, sorry.
Okay, my bad. Oh, this is all my fault, but whatever.
Yeah, Fortress is great. It's super violent. The story is really cool. You know, I love prison movies. I've always been a sucker for prison movies.
You know what year that took place in?
2029 or
2017.
2017.
This
Oh,
year.
really?
Yeah, this year.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't even notice that.
It is pretty cool.
The Intel Corporation.
They were way off. I would give Fortress an 8.
I would give Fortress an 8.
And we're going to jump up to 1995, Castle Freak. You got to revisit.
I did watch Castle Freak. I've seen Castle Freak many times. I really enjoy it. It features Combs and Crampton, you know, and in a nice Spanish or Italian setting, lots of Italian actors. The castle that they film in really lends to it. It's fairly sleazy and gory, and it might be like his most mean-spirited film. Like, the violence in it is like savagely violent.
I've seen your friend write that, Derek.
Yeah.
It's also loosely based off The Outsider by Lovecraft also.
I knew that there was a Lovecraft connection to that one in a way, but that it wasn't like officially a Lovecraft film or whatever.
Yeah.
That I had no clue.
Yes. Yeah. The writers are Stuart Gordon and H.P. Lovecraft.
It's one of those movies that, like, you see it the first time and you're like, oh man, this is pretty great, and then like the hooker reaches for his junk and rubs his dick stump, and you're like, holy shit. The makeup that they did for that, it's one of the only like total body, you know, head to toe makeup prosthetics. The guy was in the chair for 6 hours a day getting makeup done,
getting his dick removed, pretty much.
Yeah, it's really great. I love Castle Freak. I would give Castle Freak a 9.
8.5.
Wow. I would give it a 7.75. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Well, then don't rate it.
Yeah,
then.
you stupid.
You can't do that.
You're gonna rewatch and be like, you know what, guys? I think I would give it like an 8.5 or a 9.
Yeah, it's gonna be like after us. Like we're gonna be almost done with the segment. You're gonna bring it up. We're gonna be like, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, fuck you for last week.
That was great. All right, then we're gonna jump up to 1996 Space Truckers, which I've never seen.
It's got like, doesn't it have like Steven Dorff in it? Who's the yeah? It's not. Oh my god, it's not
Debbie
awful.
Mazar or something.
But it's not really. It's not good either. It's
maybe his worst one.
No, it's. I would say the ice cream suit one is probably the worst.
That doesn't count.
It's a movie that he directed.
I know, but like
the movies that you could think are like his style, I would say that it's his worst one, definitely. So moving on from that, I would give that one like a 6.
All right, well then we're gonna jump up to the Wonderful Ice Cream Suit. We don't have to. I watched the trailer. I've never seen it, and it looks like a Mexican family friendly movie that
I've never seen.
Like a family of Mexicans.
I've seen like
annually.
clips of that one.
It's not racist, Scott. Don't look at me like that.
No, I just never even heard of this.
It's really, from what I've seen, it's really hokey and silly.
Yeah, these group of buddies see this suit and they can't afford it, so they all go in on it. So they have to like share it, but they get all their fantasies and desires. But then people start fucking it up. So like, you can't drink.
It's like a monkey's paw thing, but not like, not violent or mean or anything.
We're going to skip past Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show. He only did one episode, never mind. We're going to 2001 Dagon, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
There you go.
And then we'll go to 2003, King of the Ants.
That's a good one. I like King of the Ants a lot.
Never
I haven't seen
either.
it in a long time.
The budget was $300,000.
That's low as
Yeah.
fuck. That's like Roger Corman low almost from like the 60s. Roger Corman was making those movies with Vincent Price for like $200,000. So think about that. You know?
And I mean, when you watch,
in the 60s.
Yeah, and the quality of the movie doesn't look like it.
So 40 years later, Stuart Gordon achieved what Roger Corman did on like a mad grandiose scale in the 60s.
And there was I don't remember what Trauma DVD I had, but it was an extra where Lloyd Kaufman. Well, it's set up.
Food. Get the fuck off my food, fucker.
Oh, right. Wait, what?
I don't remember what Trauma DVD this extra was off of. I have to leave that in now because you're laughing. I could have edited it out and like nothing happened. Like Trauma DVDs are chock full of special features, but there was this one where Lloyd Kaufman. It was a setup where he's like, "I'm gonna go mess with Stuart Gordon and blah blah blah," and just bothering him.
I've never seen that.
And he goes up to him, and Stuart Gordon acts like he doesn't know each other. He's like, Stuart. He starts talking about his budget on movies and how he gets it done, and he brings up King of the Ants and tells the budget, and he's like, "How do you get people like Kari Wurr and George Wendt in those movies?" He's like, "Well, actors take roles for money a lot that they don't like, but when they get interested in something that's actually interesting, they'll do it fucking like minimum pay or scale wages or whatever." So that's how I know about that. But Lloyd Kaufman, notoriously cheap, wanted... It was just interesting to me that Lloyd Kaufman was talking about Stuart Gordon in a budget of a movie.
Right.
So, that's that.
Maybe he was trying to mine him for info and like, how do I get more out of my money?
Yeah, because he doesn't get big-name actors.
This is Lloyd Kaufman, and I need to know how to make more money.
If you want to hear Lloyd Kaufman, listen to our intro, motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Well, I think they
Do
probably
you have
should
that
by this
intro?
point.
No, you fucking don't.
I mean, if you've made it this far, you've heard the intro, so... Next.
Actually, go back and listen to it again and be impressed.
Next.
Okay, next is Edmund, which I finally got to watch.
Love Edmund a bunch.
I was shocked how good this movie was.
Yeah, it's, like, incredibly good. As far as, like, the whole, I'm done with society and I'm going to lash out type movies like Taxi Driver
and Falling Down, and what was the other one you
God
mentioned?
Bless America.
Yeah, God Bless America.
You know, there are a few of those. This one is one of the better ones.
I think, personally, the dialogue in this movie is probably the best dialogue in a Stuart Gordon movie. If you watch William H. Macy, in almost every scene in this movie, he goes on a rant or he's got something, it draws you in.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Macy is always electric, even if the fucking like project he's doing isn't good, which is very rare. He usually chooses to do good stuff.
Now he's stuck in that shameless fucking...
That show is just stupid as fuck.
It's a soap opera. I watched it and I was like, why? I'm on like season 2. I'm like, why am I watching a soap opera?
It's just dumb.
Yeah. I mean, it's good performances.
Like, but Edmund features a little role by Combs as like an innkeeper.
Oh yeah, in the hotel.
It's very.
It's like 15 seconds.
It's very brief, but he's very effective and memorable.
I was telling Randy this from the beginning of the movie, the way this guy's life is to the very end. I've never seen such a dramatic turnaround.
Yeah, it's
the end is so fucking comical and fucked up. I just couldn't believe the credits were rolling. I was like laughing pretty much until I hit stop.
There are a lot of horror elements to Edmund,
Absolutely,
but basically it's just a drama more than anything else. But I would give Edmund a 9.
I'm giving it a 9 also.
Give it a 9.
I've never seen it.
Damn it, Scott. All right, we're gonna go
Stuck.
Going up to 2007, Stuck, which is based on an actual crime.
Yeah, real life event. This one is solid as fuck. Stephen Rea is an awesome actor. I love him. Mm-hmm. He's really great. Mina Savari, she's good. She's usually good. She's really good in this.
Really good fuck scene in that.
Yeah.
She's riding that shit.
She's all about the BBC.
I think this is the one that I watched at your house.
This isn't Craigslist, bro.
I think you introduced me to this one.
I may have. She's like driving home from clubbing one night and hits a homeless dude and he gets stuck in her windshield and she just drives into her garage and leaves him there.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. The real story, it's a black lady.
Yeah, and she dies.
Does she?
Yeah.
In real life?
Yeah.
I know the guy doesn't get his revenge in real life.
No.
Uh-uh.
No. Oh, no. The woman who did it doesn't die. The
guy dies.
The guy dies.
Yeah.
The homeless guy dies.
Yep.
I've always thought that maybe Stuart Gordon made her a white lady so that
it didn't play into like
so that it wasn't super racist or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I don't know.
And then also have her get fucked by a black dude too. So it's super not racist. That's reverse racism.
But yeah, it's really good, really, really well acted. You would think that like an entire movie about a guy being stuck in a windshield
in a garage
would be boring, but it's not.
It's not. No.
It's really excellent.
It builds paranoia very well.
I would give it an 8.
I was going to give it 8.25. Scott?
I'd go with an 8.
Then we're going to go into both, I guess...
The Masters of Horror.
Yeah, I guess we got to start off with
Dreams in the Witch House.
Yep.
I watched that one.
Yep, so did I.
Yeah, I rewatched that.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. The first time I saw it, I think it's like the second episode of the first season, second or third.
What's his name from Dagon is in it.
Yeah, Ezra Godden.
Yeah, Ezra
Godden. Yeah.
And he's good.
He's good, yeah.
As he was in Dagon.
When I watched this way back when it first came out, after watching The Witch, I never really did the witch thing.
Right. Oh, I've always loved witch stuff.
I never really got into it, but now that I've watched The Witch and I can appreciate it, this is kind of the same type of witch.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the classic witch thing, is always stealing babies and killing them and using their blood and organs and stuff for whatever.
Yeah, see, I didn't get into it.
That's okay. Classic witchcraft stuff.
Well, I'm thinking of Fairuza Balk movies or something.
Oh, The Craft?
Yeah, The Craft.
That movie's awesome, though.
One of the things that's really cool about this one is like the mathematics that are worked into it and like the science that's worked into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the lighting is amazing.
Yeah, the lighting in this is really cool.
The woman that's in it is just ridiculous.
I think that's a body though.
No, man, it shows her
profile.
Her full body. It shows her full body profile. You can see her face.
No, her face is in different shots.
Maybe. I don't know. Whoever they used has like an amazing buttocks. Dreams in the Witch House, super cool. A little bit of sleaze, some gore. Really well written and acted.
And a kid death too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
baby death.
Yeah,
an ugly baby at that. Yeah. What an ugly fucking baby.
Do they have different looks? They all look the same.
Nah, I mean some babies are cute.
Yeah, this would probably be my second or third favorite of the first season.
Yeah, that's probably
from Masters of Horror.
Yeah.
I would say it's my second favorite episode from the first season after Cigarette Burns. I give it an 8.
8.5.
8.5.
8.5 for me as well.
And The Black Cat, which I seen when season 2 came out, and I rewatched it.
I haven't rewatched it in a while, but I've seen it several times.